Okay. So that's Mr. Alexz Ramirez.
Yes.
What a great guy.
Yes. Lots of insight. Like he said, it's what I liked about this conversation. It's a lot of the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
A lot of behind the scenes things of how things are done and to what scale he did things.
Yeah. Oh, I mean the stuff that he did at Paramount Theater. To me, that was the most fascinating stuff to me because, like I said before, I've done shows, so I know what goes into putting them on and his success because he said he sold it out.
Yeah, and I really like the story that he told that he was like he was willing to pay however much just to see that it was a sold out concert. And
he wanted that sign changed, right?
And not to have like a camera or like a phone to take it. Oh, I bet that photo right there is priceless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this was in the 90s. We didn't have cell phones back then. I don't think I got a cell phone.
When did you get a cell phone?
I think it was like 2004 or 2005 when I first had my first cell phone. It was like a Flipasaurus phone.
Flipasaurus? I thought you were gonna say it's like one of those like block phones.
Yeah, block. No, see, I wanted to wait until those were done. I wanted to wait until the Flipasaurus were here.
You just knew that those were gonna be out of style.
I mean,
that was like a brick.
Yeah, the brick. Yeah, no, I didn't want the brick.
And then I remember like as a kid one time like you would accidentally take the phone, the home phone on accident if you went somewhere. Like my tia would always on accident. She was like, "Me traje el teléfono." And
yeah, because those old cordless phones that you used to have at your house, they look like the bricks.
They look like the cell phones.
Yeah.
And so my mom had a brick.
Now, see, when growing up, this is before even cordless phones. I mean, I grew up in the 70s. I graduated from high school in 1984, so back in those days, at our house, my mom had a phone in her bedroom that she used. But other than that, there was a phone in the kitchen that had like a 3-mile long cord, and then there was a rotary dial. So, back when I was in high school and I wanted to talk to friends or girlfriends or whatever. Girlfriends. Not that many.
Except for, what is it, Conchita Parker?
Yeah, I did. That's another story for another podcast. So you dial the phone and then you pull the cord all the way into another room so you can talk to your friend or your brothers or your mom can't hear you. So I digress.
Well, to add to it, I remember because I'm the youngest of three. I'm the youngest of three, and my sister is 13 and 15 years older than me. So by the time when I was a kid, they were dating. And you know how like you had two phones in the house, or you had two phones usually, but they had the same line.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then I remember they would be talking with their boyfriends, and then I would sneak into the kitchen or wherever we had it, and I would I was trying to lift it up like slowly and try to listen to the conversation.
Get off the phone, Alondra.
Yes, that's exactly. ¿Cuál el teléfono?
Yeah, well, that's what I used to tell my brothers. Get off the phone, Gus. Get off the phone, George.
And then I know that my sister would always get in trouble because she would take the landline to get the internet.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. And then you hear the whatever. You would hear that sound.
Like when you used to have to call in on your modem. Yeah.
Yes.
The modem, yeah. I mean, this is way after I was already even out of high school and college and all that. So back to Alexz. That's what I enjoyed hearing about his stories at the mariachi concert and preparing that show. And you know how he started Mariachi Amor. I didn't even know that he played in Relampago for many years. I didn't know that. I had no idea. And then of course he created Mariachi Amor. You played with them.
Yes.
So let me ask you a question. Because this is related to our podcast, Saboreando de Todo, what our podcast is about. So obviously mariachis get plantas. And plantas when they're established at a restaurant.
Yes.
And that's their home base. So if you had to choose a planta, if you had to choose a restaurant in Austin to do a planta, what would it be?
Food-wise? Like,
food-wise.
Yeah, because the food's good.
What?
Because food in Austin's good.
Like, the food would be awesome. So what restaurant would it be?
Juan in a Million.
Juan in a Million.
Yes, Juan in a Million.
So that's not racist at all. I mean, I don't know if it's racist, but that's exactly why See, technically, my name is Juan Arturo Lopez.
You said technically?
Well, I guess, really, if you look at my birth certificate, it's Juan Arturo Lopez. But I didn't want to be called Juan. I don't mind being called Arturo. I love Arturo. That's my middle name. But I didn't like being called Juan because of all these kinds of stupid jokes. Juan in a million, Juan 2, 3. And then my friends go, Juan, tan, taran, tan, tan. It's just like, yeah, I'm going to be John. As a matter of fact, I should actually say it wasn't totally that. I mean, I agreed to be John after a while, but actually it was an elementary school thing. When I was in elementary school, when I was really young and, kinder, I actually went to a different school for pre-K, kinder, first, second, third. Every one of those years I was at a different school. My family was just moving around a lot back then. And
That's a lot.
When I got into third grade, and that was my fifth school in third grade. Anyway, so teachers are reading your name, and then Juan Lopez and this and that. Anyway, the specific school I went to, which was like when I was a third grader, there was another kid, I forget his name, but his last name was De Navejar or something like that. And my name was Juan Lopez and all that. But anyway, the teacher, she wasn't Hispanic. She wasn't Latina. And anyway, she had a hard time with our names. So she just said, you know what, from now on, you're going to be John L. and you're going to be John D. So John L., John D., that's just what I'm going to call you, and that's your names from now on. And so after that, just stuck. John L., John D., and I was John L. all elementary. And
no, that's horrible.
When I went to middle school, I just said, my name is John Lopez. And that's how it became. But then I was okay with it because I didn't like those Juan jokes.
Yes.
Yeah, so, but...
I never asked you, is it formally changed?
I think in my Social Security card, it was formally changed to John, but my middle name is Arturo. And of course Lopez Jr. But I think on my birth certificate it's still Juan Arturo Lopez Jr.
But that's not considered like a name changer. Is it considered a name change?
I don't think so.
Because you have to file for those things, right?
Yeah, no, if I wanted to change my name.
What would you name yourself if you could change your name?
Man, I don't know. I got to think about that one really hard. Juanito? No, see, that's what I want to avoid. I forgot.
You have to you have to have like a movie star name.
Oh, yeah. Then I would like Simon. No, not Simon. That's that guy from...
Simon Cowell.
Simon Cowell. No, I don't want to be that because everybody call me from Simon Cowell. No,
they call you Simon.
Simon, exactly.
Oh God, I used to hate that word. Yeah. I hate that phrase too.
Yeah, I mean, it reminds me of one of the mariachi festivals we had. Simon Middle School, and then was playing, and the group said, "Now a mariachi from Simon Middle School." Somebody announced it like that.
Simon
Middle School.
That's a horrible name.
We digress a whole lot from my original question, which was. Juan in a Million. Yes. Why do you like their food?
I went to Juan in a Million, and this was recommended to us by one of Jacob, my husband, one of his former coworkers, and he was like, "Oh, we had just came back to Austin." He was like, "You need to go to Juan in a Million," but it's a small. You can tell it's a very local place in East Side Austin. So that's how you know it's good. Because East Side Austin, it's very local and stuff. And it was so good. And I really like their menudo. Okay. And I know some people don't like menudo. Some people are like pozole. Jacob is I like pozole. I don't like menudo. But their menudo was so good. And their tortillas, they're handmade. And I want to say Jacob had like a breakfast taco, and I think they were big. And they're awesome. And it's always packed. It's always packed. So we're talking about planta. You're going to make good money because it's always packed. Then it's food. It's good. It's very, I don't want to say authentic because everything is Tex-Mex now. Mm-hmm. But I could even venture to say it's a little bit more authentic than any place that serves yellow cheese.
Yeah. Yeah, yellow. Well, I mean, yeah. I don't mind the yellow cheese, but I do love my Mexican food. I love going to great places. In Austin, actually, there's a place I really like in Austin that serves great mole. It's called Curras.
Curras.
It's on Old Torf.
Old Torf,
Curras, and they have great mole. And I love mole, but I love menudo. I love pozole. I love everything. So I love eating, obviously.
I'm not.
Obviously.
No, I'm not a big mole person, per se, because first, I think we have to, that every region of Mexico has its own dish, whatever.
Yeah.
And for me, my family's from Chihuahua. Mm-hmm. So we weren't really a mole family.
Mole is from? The Oaxaca.
I was going to say probably like South Mexico, yes. Right? Puebla, Oaxaca. Mm-hmm. And so we're from the north. So right. We're from the north. And
people from the north, they don't like people from the south.
Yeah, we don't. I'm just kidding. No, they're really good people. And we used to have a lot of chile colorado.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it was some sort of meat, and it's usually like a beef or whatever, and not chicken. It was more beef people.
Yeah.
And with the chile, and it was like red, and then you would dip like your tortilla. Oh my God,
you are making me hungry.
You would dip your tortilla into the chile. Oh, yeah. And put some rice on it. All the weddings had chile colorado con arroz y frijoles, and tortillas de maíz.
Yeah. What's your favorite chile? What's your favorite type of chile if you're eating hot sauce?
Like between like green and red?
Well, not like, just green and red, but like they're made out of different chiles.
Oh, I would definitely say, my mom makes always salsa like really spicy, but she always puts a lot of serrano. Mm-hmm. She puts a lot of serrano, and I've come to really like serrano peppers.
Yeah.
And like when she makes her salsa, it's, she uses tomatillo, serrano, a lot more serrano, some jalapenos, and some jitomate. And that's usually the salsa that she makes. It's always spicy, so I would say that. What's yours?
Well, I mean, again, I like all kinds of hot sauce, but one of the trips that we took with the Texas State Mariachi, and we were on a South Texas tour, and we stopped in Del Rio. Mm-hmm. And one of the students at that time, Karen Rios, from Karen.
Yes, we love Karen.
Rios, yeah. So she's from Del Rio, and so she had her family all cook us food, and so we went to their band hall and they served us food and all that. Were you there for that?
I think so. Yeah. Wait, no.
Maybe not. I don't know.
I think y'all went after, and then that happened. I did. Yeah. I do remember going to Del Rio.
Yeah. So we had a big dinner and a big spread and all that. And it was awesome. And her mom made the most awesome chile de árbol.
Oh, chile de árbol is good.
Yeah, and
it's really good.
I mean, Karen's brought me like jars of that since then, because I keep asking her, "Hey, can you bring some of your mom's chile de árbol?" It was amazing.
Wow.
And it's hot.
Yeah, I was going to say chile de árbol it's spicy.
It's not for wimps. I'm kidding.
You're not a wimp.
But it is delicious.
Yeah.
I mean, I eat a lot of that stuff when she brings it, so it's cool. So that would be, I guess, my favorite one, outside of just regular, just green and red. And
you know what? I also like, because I like going. My family loves going. I have family in New Mexico and near Santa Fe. We love going to New Mexico, and I really like green hatch chili.
Oh, the hatch chili.
Oh my God! And then it's dried up too. It's really good. I like that. Talking about like chile de árbol, where is her family from? Like what region of Mexico?
I've never asked her. We're going to have her on De Todo one day.
Yes. Karen, if you're hearing.
Yeah, Karen, one day, be ready. You're going to get the call.
Yes. Saboreando De Todo. You need to be here to tell us what part you're from.
And the recipe to the chile de árbol. Let's share it with the country. I'm kidding.
With the world.
Whoever's listening.
Because when I was in Fort Worth and I used to gig with the family, it was a group, but the main people, it was part of the main members of the group, they were family, and they were from Jalisco. They were from Jalisco, and I remember the head guy, the leader. He would always, like, we would meet at his house, and he would always have like a bush of chile de árbol. Because I think it comes from a bush. It's not a tree, right?
Yeah.
It's like a bush or like whatever. And
so why is it called árbol?
Is it an árbol? I don't know. It was just like a small... Maybe it was an árbol. Maybe I'm forgetting. But he would always pick it and then put him in his pocket.
Okay.
And then, like, what I remember. And he would pick it and put it in his pocket. And obviously, when the bomb part about working in mariachis, like they usually offer you food.
Yeah.
Like if you go play for like a Mexican family, like you play and they're like, oh, come and eat, right? And they would always have Mexican food, and he would take out a chile from his pocket and he would eat it just
with the food.
Yeah, like he would just have a taco and bite the chile.
Yeah.
And that was what he did.
That's old school.
That's very much old school. Would you do that? Can you bite a chile like that?
I can't. I can't.
I can't.
If it's that spicy, I mean, as soon as I can tell when something's really spicy, especially now at my age. Uh-huh. You know, if as soon as it hits my tongue, my stomach goes. It's telling me, don't swallow. You know, so I can tell when it's going to be bad news. But sometimes I don't listen to my stomach and I regret it. But so
and then it's no longer your stomach's problem.
Yeah, exactly.
It's somebody else's problem.
No, everyone else around me. It becomes their problem. So, but back to chile de árbol. I love chile de árbol, and it was great that. Honestly, I don't know if I've ever had it until that night we were with Karen's family. Yeah. And I fell in love with that hot sauce. Maybe it was that specific recipe, and I've had it before, just didn't have that recipe. But yeah, ever since then, I'm all about it.
Do you have memories of either like a mom, like your mom or your grandma making salsa in the house? Have you ever gone through that experience?
Yeah, I mean, smelling it being cooked in the house. Oh yeah.
And then it's just like it really spices up the whole house, and then everybody's coughing. They're like,
oh yeah, you smell it. I mean, your eyes are burning and all that.
And then your mom's like, "Stop it."
The funniest eyes burning story I have as far as Chile goes. One time, it was here in San Marcos. I went to this restaurant, and God, I don't even remember what the restaurant was called. But anyway, they used to serve spicy wings or whatever. And I wanted not spicy wings, spicy like fajitas or something like that. But I was in a lose weight part of my life, which I go from time to time.
We all do, so no shame.
And so they had vegetarian fajitas, which is basically just a bunch of veggies.
Yeah.
But they you can make them spicy. So I said, yeah, give me really spicy vegetarian fajitas.
Oh no!
So the cook they would bring your fajitas or whatever in a skillet that's sizzling, right? So the mistake the cook made, or whoever was preparing them, is they put the veggies on the sizzling skillet. The skillet was sizzling, right? And then they put the hot sauce on it. And so what happened is all the fumes from that just went all over the restaurant.
Yeah, and it just, que chille.
People were coughing. People were opening the door. There was this family with a baby, and the baby's eyes were red from crying, next to me. And when they brought the dish to my table, one of the kids stood up and was like, "What is that?" He couldn't believe it. It's like, who's going to eat that? And I mean, it didn't taste that hot, but the fact is the chile went all over because of the sizzle.
Because of the sizzle, because of all the smoke and all that stuff. Yeah.
It was all over. And man, it was that's a crazy, similar to the thing we're talking about, cooking chile at home when you could feel it. But yes, I do have a lot of memories of that. My mom, obviously, is always making chile for us. She loves making chile for her sons. Yeah. And I used to be able to handle it really, really spicy. Unfortunately, nowadays, if it's anything too much stronger than ketchup, it's hard.
Ketchup? No, you did not just say ketchup.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just I can't handle it too spicy anymore. My stomach just can't. It's like all those years of really, really spicy food is really made my stomach real sensitive to it.
No, yeah. Like nowadays kids, because working at a school, red fingers of their hot Cheetos. And and like their Takis. They're always eating like Takis. And I'm like, you are going to regret that when you get older.
No, yeah. I believe it or not, just earlier today, I had some Takis. And I ate 3 of them. And I was already like, that's it. Not 3 bags. 3 chips.
3 little...
3 of those little roll-ups. Yeah. And I was already like, I can't. I'm going to be regretting it. Yeah, that's how sensitive it gets. You know, it happens with age. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, totally.
But anyway, well, I had a lot of fun going back to our guest. And obviously our talks are always fun and getting to know all these different things. But a lot of fun getting to know Mr. Alexz.
Yes, definitely so. So I hope y'all enjoy the episode. Good talks.